Check, check, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3, and 4. Check 1, 2, 3, and 4. Check 1, 2. Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, one and all. If you're tuning in from all points near and far, this is Tony Lightfoot, your announcer, and this is the Tri-Lakes tournament, spring tournament. And this is Matthew Greenwood. He comes to us out of Scott in Arkansas. And not doing too bad of a job right there on that opener. And that was at 25 mile an hour, or 25 kilometers an hour. Seems to be more consistent with 25 kilometers an hour rather than 25 mile an hour. But a decent effort there for him on the opening pass. Okay, so that speed is going to be increased. It started off at around about 17 mile an hour. To all of not doing to know that this, for all intents and purposes, is a fairly small tournament, but a lot of these webcasts at tournaments of this size are done speed incidental dates for. All right then, folks. Looks like we have got Mark Austin now coming in at 32 off, same line length as Scott Greenwood did just a few minutes ago. A few. Oh. Getting a little bit Ski getting a little bit behind her, a little bit on 4, but managing to recover well. So that's Jane Greenwood, and that was indeed 32 off, and now she's going to have a decent opportunity to come back in at 35 off, or 12 meters. So 35 off now is the next run, and we'll see if she's able to cut the mustard a little bit out there on the slalom course. All right, so Jane Greenwood. See what kind of start she gets in at 35 off. This is definitely going to have to be one of her better ones to stay with the pass. Fourth buoy is where she makes her final stand, and it is going to be a 4-buoy count. So indeed, it's going to be a or at 35 for Jane Greenwood. So Michael Woodgate is on the course. But up with him pretty soon. So Freddie Wynn off, absolutely diamond on the, seems to be to the turns. Oh, look at this to see him as we continue on with the first round of competition. So, hope you enjoyed the coverage. This is your announcer, Tony Lyford. No Doc starting, helping out TC and everything, you know, and he's just one of those. So 28 off it is coming back. Keep up in the. So decent effort there from Doug Rogerson, and we'll just transition from 28 off to 32 off next. So, and the water. So Doug Rogerson, it's going to be 2 at 32 off for him. Doug Rogerson. So, good effort there from him. So, he get it together and had to and that is going to be a 5 buoy count, and that was at 28 off. So how many skiers have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 skiers. We still got a few more. Okay, Mariah Fields is our next competitor. Mariah Fields. 34. Just completing her. So, Mariah Fields, 34 miles an hour, 15 off. So, these turns, and this is at 22 off. So she has a decent handle on that one, and should pull out and shorten to 28 off. So in decent shape at 22 off, and now goes to 28 for the next run. Mariah Fields. Collegiate skier during the course of the collegiate year. Doing okay, but just getting inside buoy number 5. So there we go. That is Mariah Fields. So that was okay. So it looks like we've our next skier is scheduled to be Jane Greenwood. Across the experience, but also also making sure that that viewing experience is consistent from sun up to sundown during the course of a long tournament such as the South Central Regional Championships. This is Anna Kovalenko from the Russian Federation, the beginning. So all right, so for the wake on slack line, so I believe that might actually be 4.5. Okay, so okay, looking to see who's coming into the course. This should be Danielle Bennett, in fact. 32 off for the next run. So here we go, Danielle Bennett. Here she comes. Danielle Bennett. Or a little on the back of the ski. Danielle Bennett for yourself. So. So Danielle Bennett. We'll have a look and see what's going to be occurring for the next pass at 38 off, 11.25 meters. Doesn't appear to be too phased. But what's going on around her? Temperature is in the 90-degree range and a little hotter than normal for May here in South Louisiana, and didn't get the best of starts. Not the kind of start that she really wished and hoped for on that particular pass of 38 off, 11.25 meters. So looking once again with Danielle Bennett. So for those of you tuning in, wherever you happen to be across the world, you are most certainly welcome. And watching this relatively small tournament here in Zachary, Louisiana, about 20 competitors total. And one of the main reasons that this is being webcast is this tournament is being used as a testing platform for future enhancements to your viewing experience on the Waterski Broadcasting Company. You saw a brief, well, I wouldn't say a brief glimpse, but you saw a pretty decent view of the future with the webcast last weekend at the Swiss Pro Slalom. And looking to enhance the experience as we continue to go forward. So, all right. Looks like this is Sharbucks. Jonathan Sharman. Bravo to for his eye on being able to pick out subtle technical things. There is 32 off, fumbling with the rope a little bit around number 4 to a severely around number okay. As we have as you're seeing here at the top left, harder compared, but any given opportunity, it apologizes. Champions and West as a ski score. Unfortunately, took all the pressure off up with the line. One off, indeed. For the check 1 2. All right then, folks, here we go. We've got Jay Leech. And this is at 38 off. He started off at 35. And a decent effort there at 38 off for Jay Leech. So decent effort there from Jay Leech. For those of you that just have retuned into the webcast for round 2, you're most certainly welcome. He ran 35 and 38 off. You just seen him there. So that was at 38, and now he's going to come back at 39.5 off for the next run. Jay Leech. Okay, here comes Jay Leech. Not looking bad. He just ran 35 and 38. This is 39.5 off. And and for the third time today, we're going to see 41 off, 10.25 meters. Pretty remarkable stuff, I'm sure you'd agree. So let's have a look at this one more time from Jay Leech. Entrance at number one looked absolutely spectacular there. So good effort there from him. All right, so let's remove the bug that's 39.5 off and go straight to 41 off. Oh, yes, and by the way, this is actually the tail end of round one. I thought that they'd done with round one as soon as they pulled Chad Scott, but in this instance, we had to wait a little bit, put some fuel in the boat, and bring Jay Leech out there. And he started off at 35 off and went through 35 and 38 and indeed 39.5 off. The pass you just seen him run, of course. And we'll see what he's got in store for us. It is indeed going to be 41 off. Here he comes, 41 off, 10.25. Not the easiest of passes to run. Here he goes. Oh, well, that number one. Oh, and frustration sets in for Jay Leech. Didn't get a particularly good start on number one, and at that particular line length, the amount of room you have for the error diminishes with each successive pass, and he knows that all too well. So there we go. That is Jay Leech. So Jay Leech. And there you go. That is all she wrote. Jay Leech with that particular run. And he will have to make do with one at 41. But decent effort, though. If he was in a head-to-head with Chad Scott, as they typically are during the Big Dog tournament, Chad would have the upper hand by half a buoy, and I'm sure that he's going to give Jay a good old ribbon for that one. Okay, folks, those of you just tuned in, that was actually the tail end of round one. We're about to go into round two very, very soon. This is your announcer, Tony Lightfoot. And for those of you that want to get in touch with me in regards to having a webcast at your particular event, whether it's a big event, small event, you can actually get in contact with me, and you'll see my email address right there. My email address is tony@tonylyford.com. Tony@tonylyford.com. You can get in touch with me using that email address, and I normally respond to emails very, very soon indeed. So if you have any questions about this webcast, what I'm doing today so far as doing testing for new elements that we'll be introducing into the webcast, feel free to message me. Tony@tonylyford.com. That's the way to get in touch with me, and I look forward to hearing and maybe seeing you a little bit further down the road. We've just seen the tail end of round one. This is the round two webcast, and we will be continuing on in a moment. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and grab yourself a Coke or a beverage or something, and grab yourself some lunch, as we're about to do here, some of us anyway. But we'll be back in a moment for the continuation of the event into round two here at the Bennett Spring Record Capability Tournament. Be back in a few moments.